Welcome to Hamilton, New York, where a picturesque scene of trees, lakes, and wide open fields can quickly turn into one of the Colgate winners that we love and loathe. But in the dark depths of February, Chartwell's food service must still honor its commitment to provide 30% local fresh produce that the Colgate students have come to expect. But this food does not come from any farms in Madison County, blanketed under inches of snow as late April. Instead, Colgate's produce often comes from many miles away, shipped in costly and unsustainable freight containers. But one company from Boston is breathing new life into these old shipping containers while simultaneously providing fresh, locally grown produce. Freight Farms is building hydroponic vertical farms entirely inside these 40 by 8 by 9.5 foot enclosed spaces. These containers, called leafy green machines, are a brand new innovation in sustainable farming techniques. Freight farms are reaching their goal of decentralizing the food supply chain and bringing produce closer to the consumer by transforming these disregarded shipping containers to grow local and fresh produce at a higher density all year round. These high-tech containers are outfitted with vertical towers that can provide space for 4,500 plants, climate controlling features, a closed-loop irrigation system, a patented high-efficiency LED lighting system, and 4G hotspots so that pH levels, nutrient levels, and climate can all be regulated from anywhere. For now, most of the 50 or so Freight Farm units currently in operation are located in urban settings or on college campuses with profound results.
Freight Farms will provide the students of Stony Brook University the experience of eating the food that they grow while enhancing their knowledge of sustainable agriculture.
It's like one of the coolest things I've seen in a minute.
I think it's really interesting. Being able to grow your own produce year-round, even in the dead of winter.
Given Hamilton's limited growing season and Colgate's growing commitments to sustainability, our research goal was to assess whether Freight Farms would be a realistic and viable option for Colgate's campus, and to what extent, if any, Freight Farms can positively impact the community environmentally, economically, and socially.
Compared to traditional farming methods, freight farms and vertical growing in general have some big differences. One freight farm produces the equivalent amount of growing lettuce on 2 acres without the worry of drought affecting the crops. With constantly purified air and optimal nutrient conditions, grow time is reduced by approximately 40%. However, options for growers are limited right now to leafy greens, including lettuce, kale, peppers, and herbs such as basil. This is due to the UV requirements for other plants, and technology does not yet meet the required threshold. The freight farm operation would cost $82,000 upfront and $13,000 yearly operation costs thereafter. That includes the cost of seeds, water, and electricity, but excludes the cost of labor. Through information provided by the UMass Dartmouth website, we discovered that Chartwell's employee and head chef at UMass Dartmouth, Kevin Gibbons, is the chief operator of the university's freight farm, spending about 25 hours per week to grow between 500 and 1,000 heads of lettuce per week, all year round. On the possibility of hiring year-round interns, John Pamilio had this to say.
We could employ student interns to actually work in the freight farm, which I think has a lot of benefits for those students. I've seen the impacts that our garden has had.
The freight farm uses only 10 gallons of water per day, but requires between 30 and 35,000 kilowatt hours of energy per year, about 3 times the requirements of the average American home. The reason is because of the output of the freight farm. The farm produces about 48,000 heads of marketable lettuce per year on average, meaning lettuce that is over 5 ounces in weight. At a low-end price given by Steve Holzbauer of Chartwell's here at Colgate, this equates to a market value of between $30,000 and $65,000 per year. We have also included an average between the two to give a more conservative estimate on how long it would take the operation to make a full return on investment. When asked about using the produce provided by the farm, Mr. Holzbauer had this to say.
Well, I think that we could easily use all of that lettuce. I think the important thing is to be able to have the proper mix of products that you're growing at one time.
As Colgate confirms its commitment to sustainability, the call for local food and sustainable growing practices continue to surge. Areas of investment have become harder to identify since John Pamilio has taken office. It is through his hard work auditing the campus for inefficiencies that much of the easy work has been done. So, Colgate has turned to other opportunities, such as the Patagonia Sorb project. This project acts as a carbon offset in order for Colgate to fulfill its mission of carbon neutrality by 2019. While carbon offsetting in the Patagonia soy rainforest is worthy of further investment, a freight farm at Colgate would be a visible and functional example of sustainable development right here on Colgate's campus. A freight farm would provide a return on investment while simultaneously offsetting Colgate's carbon footprint, educating students on vertical farming, spreading the influence of sustainability, helping Chartwell's meet its goal of 30% locally grown produce, as well as giving back to the greater Hamilton community all year round. Freight farms have the potential to do environmental, social, and economic good here at Colgate. Isn't it time that Colgate joined the cutting edge of sustainable farming techniques?